Hi, I'm Shaylee Shafidal.
I'm Stefan Shafidal.
We're the co-founders of Success Training Company.
That's right.
So welcome back for part 3 of our Finish Strong series.
Finish strong.
All right, so today we're talking about SMART goals.
Yeah, we talked about the importance of your coming into the last lap and it being your fastest lap in part 1. And then in part 2, we talked about the importance of understanding where you're at now and where do you want to be, right? And remembering learnings and lessons from earlier in the year as you compared it to challenges, obstacles. And now we're getting into really defining this where you want to be.
Yeah, defining our outcome. And the way we like to do that is through the SMART method.
Now, there's decades.
Yeah.
Decades and decades and decades of empirical research and data showing that the SMART method, it absolutely works.
It works.
So it bears repeating.
Absolutely.
Yeah?
So
super important.
We're not here to change something that works. It works, so
Nope.
let's use it because
Decades.
it works.
Yep.
So many of you may already know this, and if you don't, that's okay. Grab a pen and paper
And if you
jot this
do
down.
know this, you might learn a couple of new things, yeah? Because we might put some different interesting twists to it that gives it more oomph. That's a technical term, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you know what? When something works, then it's always good to be reminded of just how great it works, right?
It's true.
So kind of bringing some things back into focus for you.
Oh, and also let's remember what
Samuel Johnson said.
Yes, thank
Yeah.
you. He was a literary genius, and he says oftentimes we need to be reminded more so than instructed.
That's right.
Right? So here comes a reminder.
Exactly. All right. So SMART, the S stands for specific.
Yep.
Okay, so we'll go through them one by one,
Yeah.
defining them, and then we'll do a recap. So specific is just that. You want to make sure your outcome is defined specifically,
Yep.
right? So if your goal is to, make more money, well,
That's not specific.
no, because
$1
exactly.
would be more.
It would, and then you probably wouldn't be happy because I'm sure you don't want to just make one more dollar, do you?
No. Unless you do, but I don't think you do. I
So-
think you want more than that.
You want to make it specific of what's the end outcome.
Same with like way less.
Right.
Same with I want my relationship with my significant other to
be better, right? These are all comparisons.
Yeah.
So you actually want to put what's the end outcome. So let's say in the fourth quarter, you
want to make $30,000, yeah, in income. Let's just say, as an example, don't say I want to make more than what I did last year, or I want to weigh this amount less, because you remember we had a video that was quite a few weeks ago in our Mindpower Monday series that talked about that the unconscious mind doesn't process
negatives,
and it also doesn't process more or less.
It doesn't know the difference.
So you need to always describe things as in outcome.
Yes.
So I want to be at 150 pounds by this date, yeah? Or I want to have made in just Q4 $30,000, right? Or I want to by the end of Q4 have made a total of $300,000, let's just say, by December 31st, incorporating Q4 and the whole year, right? So get really, 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 really specific.
Really specific. Okay, clear on that?
I think we're clear.
Good. All right, so the next
M.
is M, which stands for measurable.
Which we just talked about a little bit. Make sure you're measuring it, yeah? So you're getting specific and then you're measuring it, yeah? So this is super important, like we said, if it deals with your relationship, rather than our relationship is better, our relationship is, let's say, being specific. We're feeling love and joy towards each other on a daily basis, and we are noticing that in our communication every single evening as we're evaluating how our communication is on a scale of 1 to 10. Just as an example.
It's something that you can measure,
Yep.
right?
Yep.
You can gauge it and
Yep.
see and track how you were doing.
Yep.
So same with anything. If you're in sales, right? You would be able to measure how you were doing
Yep.
on a daily basis
What's-
to get to
Right.
the
And
goal.
what's the commission or the bonus amount? or you can put it in terms of the revenue amount you need to bring into your business to get at that. Either or, both are measurements. You could do goals for both. Why not?
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so next is A, which stands for attainable.
Some will say achievable.
Yep.
Same thing. And this deals with, making in Q4 $1 billion. I mean, we know some individuals that are tracking for that. And if you're currently, I'd say, inching up from 5 figures to 6 figures from an income standpoint, then maybe to say $1 billion within Q4, you just have to ask yourself. By the way, it's not for us to say. Don't email, text, or call us and ask us, do you guys think that it is achievable or attainable? Because we're probably going to say yes. Because we're a little,
out there.
Yeah, we're out there.
In
We're a
our
little
beliefs.
crazy. We're crazy about what our clients can do.
Right.
We have to be, right? This is so important. So you have to decide what's achievable and attainable for you. Yeah?
Exactly.
Got it? This is so important. Again, don't contact us because we're going to say yes, anything's possible. And you need to know what's right for you. Also, as if, yeah? So, or act as if are also parts of the A as well, which is act as if you already have it.
Yeah.
Yeah? As if. You're thinking with an as if mindset. You're acting as if you already have
As
it.
if right now you have it.
You can
right?
pretend. Just pretend.
Absolutely.
Remember,
Well,
the mind can't tell the difference between something that's imagined
something that's real,
and something that's
remembered. That's right.
Remember that, right?
Utilize that to
Yep.
your advantage.
So act as if and pretend like you've already done it.
Yep.
Yeah. What's
Absolutely.
next?
Okay, so after that we have R, which is for
Relevant.
relevant.
Yeah. So relevant. So if your big, huge area for growth this year was your business, well, then maybe if you're setting goals here for Q4, then focus them on your business. Okay? Now, if you have an idea of how your health and fitness and getting up every single morning and going on a mile hike, which is, by the way, something that we're doing all throughout Q4, doesn't even matter if there's snow, rain, you name it. We're
Wind,
absolutely,
cold.
doesn't matter. We are making sure we're going on a minimum mile-long hike in the mountains every single morning. And for us, because we know it gets blood flow going, gets our breathing going, gets our energy
mind
going,
clear.
it allows us to step into flow. And so that is relevant to what we know is important to our big business goals, and it's actually impacting health and business goals. If for you, I'd say an example, somebody who wanted to, we had a recent client, they want to make $250,000 revenue in just Q4, right? And for them, they're very, by the way, very, very, very fit. And they go through little spurts wherever they do like literally some intense workouts to get to a certain fitness level. But he actually said these are the time periods where in my business I'm not as productive because I'm going through a lot of healing and resting. So we hadn't told him maybe Q4 is not the time for you to go through that sort of a strength building heavy routine and do some more of a maintenance, and would that be a little bit more relevant? And so anyway, make sure you're setting goals that are relevant.
Absolutely. Yep, that's important.
And
relevant to you and what's going on in your current situation.
Yep. And then T.
T is for timely.
So time it.
Yeah, you wanna
Put
put
a
it
time
like a
stamp.
date stamp on it. Date and time stamp on it.
Super important.
Absolutely. When do you want to achieve this by? Well, we're talking about fourth quarter goals, so
December 31st, 2019.
sounds good to me.
Or, whatever year, in case you're watching this at another time.
Right.
So this is super important. So December 31st, that's the end of Q4.
Yeah.
Unless for you it's January 1st and you're celebrating how awesome it was. Hey, whenever.
Absolutely.
But it's probably going to be somewhere around that time period if I were you.
Now we have a secret for you.
Ooh.
Something that we like to kind of tweak a little bit to make it even better and more in our favor is we like to put that timestamp on it and then say or before.
Yeah. Yeah, that's super
Which
important.
opens it up the opportunity for it to happen before then.
Same
right?
thing with the measurement of the goal. We'll say or more if it has to do with, like, say, finances. Like, you know, we had a recent client, and they had a goal that they were going to be bringing in $20 million into the business this year. And so we said, okay, great. And then this was actually a goal that we set with them a long time ago. And then we just re-upped on it because they were running ahead of schedule. So anyway, they said it is now December 31st, 2019. And their name, have successfully brought into the business $20 million in revenue or more. Yeah. And again, they said by December 31st, 2019 or before. Right? So play it to your favor. It has to do with weight loss or fitness goals or something like that. Then you can obviously say, you know, I'm at this target weight or less if you're looking to lose weight, or this target weight or more if you're bulking up and gaining weight, right? So okay, so specific, measurable, attainable, achievable, also as if now, relevant. Make sure it's relevant. Make sure it's relevant for you and also for the time period. Not all goals got to happen right here, right now. We're firm believers in right time, right place, and then timed. So
That's
again,
right.
it would sound like this. It is now, insert date, or before, and I
State your name.
have easily, effortlessly, successfully, elegantly, as I want it to happen, healthily, uneventfully,
Whatever affirmations you like.
achieve this goal.
And then you make sure it's in the SMART method and you write that goal out. Okay?
Got it?
So
Good.
that is your assignment, your exercise. If you
A challenge.
A challenge.
Here's your challenge. Write just one goal.
If
You can write
choose
more.
to accept it.
Write one goal for Q4 today. Why? Because tomorrow we're actually going to do a nice guided advanced visualization technique with you so that you can actually put it out there into your future and know that it's going to happen.
How you want it to happen exactly the way you want.
Exactly.
So make sure that you do the work here today. So that tomorrow we
in
can
part 4
guide you with this guided advanced visualization technique.
You're going to love it.
All
so
right?
Get ready.
Get
We'll see you
ready.
here tomorrow for part 4, and make it a great day.
See you tomorrow.